Guys, second video. Here we go. Second video is talking about this movie, and yes, we are going to tackle this because um, while I gave you my first impressions fresh out of the movie, those are fresh out of the movie. I did not have time to contemplate my thoughts. I had not had time to think about it, and now we are 24 hours removed. I have thought about this a lot. So let's talk. Zach. Oh, Zach. Zach. What happened? What the fuck happened? You started with a great idea. Did you talk to M. Night Shyamalan? Is he a friend of yours? The reason I ask is because this has a lot of his movie makings and his ability to fuck up in a movie written all over it. Meaning it starts off strong and gets lost. And it happens in his movies quite a lot. I don't have to make a case in point for that man. He does it all the fucking time. But you, sir, you started off with a great idea. Batman versus Superman. A battle we have been waiting to see for decades. Ever since Superman first made the big screen. I know Batman made it first with Adam West, but Superman, when he made it and he wasn't as goofy as fuck, we realized this could possibly happen. And I want you to understand something. It has not Ben Affleck's fault. I stand by my statement in my other video. He is a great old Bruce Wayne. His Bruce Wayne was great. I stand by that statement. I was reserved on whether or not he was going to be good because I do not watch a lot of his movies. But damn, that is a great performance. I applaud that performance. No problem. But Zach, I just want to know, what the fuck happened? What happened? Because we went from Batman versus Superman to Batman v Superman. You lost the S. So I knew something was wrong when you did that. Now, I don't know why you did it this way. A lot of people were like, well, it's the 5th Batman movie and there were only 3 to begin with. Well, he was technically there in Man of Steel. No, the fuck he wasn't. So let's lose that right now. No, the fuck he wasn't. And in case y'all have forgotten, all those Batman movies with Bale were Christopher Nolan, not Zack fucking Snyder. Okay? Zack Snyder, you might have had this much to do with it, but your name is not on the marquee for Christopher Nolan, Christian Bale. Okay? Your name might be that fucking big. But this, good sir, has your name written all over it. This is Zack Snyder, Batman v Superman. You understand me? What happened? Is Batman and Superman too much? Can you not handle 2 fucking superheroes? Because Wonder Woman's role in this movie was a fucking joke. A fucking joke. And the tone in this video is completely different from the other one because I had to remove the fact that I am a Batman fan. The fact that I am a fan of these This Holy Trinity that you just shit all over. Okay? And I have to ask you, the fact that, okay, at the very, very beginning, you open with the death of Thomas and Martha Wayne. That aside, okay, fuck it. That's how you bring it in? Okay, cool. Done a million times, run into the ground, what the fuck ever. You have one thing in this movie that you just ignore. You have Robin's costume right there with haha jokes on you, Batman. And you completely avoid it. Completely avoid it. This is an angle you could have explored. You already have us for 2.5 hours. They're talking about a 3-hour DVD Blu-ray. Watchmen is 3.5 hours on DVD. I have it. Sir, you could have had us sitting in that fucking theater for 3.5 hours. This is Batman and Superman on this big screen. It doesn't matter how long the runtime is, because we're going to sit there and go through it. This is the first time these two have ever been in one movie together on the big screen. We're going to sit there and watch it. I don't know if the people who gave you the money said don't do it. I don't know if you pussyfooted out of it. I don't know if you were scared to explore this. I don't know if you were afraid of the social justice warriors. I don't know what made you afraid to explore this. But Robin dying is pretty much what makes Batman a psychotic, crazy, deranged, almost killer. And you avoided this subject completely. It's what almost breaks him. And you have his costume there, but you avoid it completely. You bring it up with him in that line of, it's probably the Gotham in me and the fact that I've had to deal with psychotic clowns. That's the only mention you bring up of it. But you play to the whole Thomas and Martha Wayne thing. This is Bruce after the death of Jason Todd, or one of the other Robins, because there's been multiple Robins dying. And you do nothing about this. Although it is said in the comics that this is what makes the Bat up here pretty much stop being Batman, pretty much snap and lose it. Okay? It's what makes him pretty much cripple the Joker with the Red Hood storyline. But you don't explore this. You do absolutely nothing to even explore this. Hell, you barely pull from the Frank Miller comics of what source material you do have. You mash together so many ideas into this movie, it's hard to figure where in the fuck you were, what your original idea was. About halfway through it, I couldn't figure out where the fuck you were going. I just started watching it to see what the fuck Ben Affleck was going to do next, because I wanted to see Batman. This is what irritates me. Nolan did so much for the Batman franchise after Clooney and whoever that director is fucked it up. You come in and you shit on the trinity of comic book characters with this. And I'm not saying that certain aspects of the movie weren't good. Certain aspects of it weren't good, because certain parts of it were. But you just got too jumbled up in here for the sake of being jumbled up. Why the fuck was Doomsday even in this movie? That I can't figure out. Lex talks about another fucking evil in the movie besides Doomsday. Like, who the fuck is he talking about? It doesn't even set up Justice League the right way. You do so much in 2.5 hours to fuck yourself. Like, I don't know what source material you were reading, but you were reading like 7 different comics and you mashed them all together. Doomsday is definitely one of them. The Death of Superman is definitely another one. You had no source material for Wonder Woman because you just threw her in there for no reason and gave her no backstory. Cyborg, you kind of just gave his origins in there and was like, fuck it, we're not going to worry about anything else with him. Aquaman was only there for 5 seconds, and I don't even know why he was there. The Flash looked like a greased up motherfucker. Like, he didn't even look like the Flash. He looked like a kid, like a greased up kid, a homeless guy. What the fuck was that? Like, long hair? I've never seen the Flash with long hair. I understand this is, a different type of... But there's just certain aspects to this movie that made absolutely no sense. And I'm pretty sure that a lot of people are mad at you, Zach. I'm one of them. Because the bar was raised so damn high. And I'm pretty sure you got inside your head and freaked yourself the fuck out. And I can't even blame the cast. I just can't. Jesse Eisenberg might have not been the right guy to cast for Lex. But we'll never know because the director is the one to blame here. If Kevin Smith came out with a shitty Jay and Silent Bob movie, I couldn't blame fucking Muse, the guy who plays fucking Jay, because he's not the fucking director. He doesn't write the script. You see what I'm saying? He's got nothing to do with the fucking movie being bad. It's Kevin Smith's fault. You see what I'm saying? I can't blame Muse if the movie's bad for Jay and Silent Bob because he's got nothing to do with it. This, I can't blame him because he's got nothing to do with it. He's only given material. He can only do what he can do with it. I don't think he was the right age. He doesn't really look the part, but we'll never know because, I mean, it was just so fucking bad. It was so fucking bad. The more I think about this movie, and the more I remove myself from being that fan, the guy who likes Batman, the guy who goes and watches Batman to be Batman, the more I remove that guy, and the more I put the guy who is gonna, judge the movie for being the movie, the more I realize you might have lost your fucking touch. Because Nolan raised the bar. And you just, you, sir, you made sure that bar got lowered way the fuck down. And we're supposed to have some good fucking movies coming. And this is not a way to start. This is not a way to start that. And the fucked up part is, this was supposed to be a contender with Deadpool and Captain America. This is not a contender. And that hurts. That hurts to say. I'm a Batman fan first. I'm a fucking Gambit and Captain America fan second. But I'm a Batman fan first. And it hurts me to say this is not a contender for Captain America's Civil War. Think about that. I don't blame Ben Affleck for this movie. I don't blame Henry, whatever his name is, Superman. I don't blame Jesse, the guy who played fucking Lex Luthor. The guy I blame is you, Zach. You're the guy who's to blame for this, the director. Your name is right there at the very top. You're the man to blame. You had one too many fucking things going through this head of yours, and you thought mashing all these into one movie would be a great idea. You should have stuck to the one idea that was the good idea, which is getting the Holy Trinity on screen. Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman. And leading them into the Justice League. And if you couldn't figure out a way to do it, Marvel already gave you the best way to fucking do it. Although you don't have to have Superman or Batman go around to each individual movie gathering them up as a fucking team. But they gave you a pretty good way of starting it up. I'm just letting you know. And it's pretty fucked up how Nolan raised that bar up and you just shit all over the Holy Trinity of comics. I stand by my first statement, man. If y'all were hoping this video was going to be more like that, I'm sorry to disappoint. But I had to be 100% honest in this second video, because on second thought, when I take that fan away, when I take the ability to take that fan of Batman out, when I can take that, I can't believe I got to see the trinity of comic book heroes on the same movie, in the same movie, on the same screen. When I'm able to take that out and just, tell you the truth about the movie, you can see why it's so disappointing. Okay? This movie's title, the subtitle, Dawn of Justice. It's not the Dawn of Justice. How is this the Dawn of Justice? There's no time in this movie to be the Dawn of fucking Justice. Justice League War was more the Dawn of Justice than this fucking movie was. You know what this movie ended up being? Superman fucking Doomsday. And even though Zack Snyder said in his interview, his open interview, which we all fucking saw, this was not a sequel to Man of Steel. This movie, when you watch it, seems like it's got every makings of being a sequel to Man of Steel. I sat there watching it, going, this seems like a sequel to Man of Steel. I said that to myself at least 5 times during that movie. So, again, taking the fan out, taking the ability to be a fan. I have all these movies. I am a huge fan of these movies. I have Man of Steel. I have The Dark Knight Rises. I have The Dark Knight, and I have Batman Begins. I have Batman from 1989. I have all the animated movies. I have everything over there to, be one hell of a Batman fucking critic and one hell of a Superman critic. I even have Wonder Woman, the animated movie. There is no Wonder Woman origin story here. She's just there. And one thing that's not even half explained. Lex knows who everyone is. He knows who Wonder Woman is. He knows who Superman is. He even knows who Batman is. But it doesn't even half tell you how. They try to explain it, but they try to make it out like Lex is some kind of super fucking spy. Lex has never been no kind of super fucking spy. Let alone has he ever been that intelligent to where he's like, I'm going to investigate everyone on the planet just because something fucking happened. Lex wasn't even introduced in Man of Steel. These are all angles in which he didn't even try to explain in Batman v Superman, because again, he said in record, this is not Man of Steel 2. This movie had to have been Man of Steel 2 meets fucking Dawn of Justice meets fucking Superman Doomsday meets fucking I'm gonna fuck it up. That's what this movie had to have been. because there's no other way to put it. And no, this movie does not deserve a low 30 on Rotten Tomatoes. I'm just going to tell you right now. Or Metacritic, or whatever it is that gave it a 30. In all honesty, I'm going to be 100% honest with you. This movie is a solid 45. Solid 45. Acting is great. They all act their parts. They're great. None of them are shitty at whatever part they're given. They all do great. The girl who did Wonder Woman, I don't know what her name is, she did that. She was great. She shows up, does her thing, and is actually worth a damn. Gordon is not in it, which is a big piece of shit to me. I think that was a big kind of fuck you to the Batman fans, because the Daily Planet's Perry Allen, whatever his name is, I can't think of his name. That guy's in it quite a bunch. Lois is in it. Lois Lane, and she, is the right hand of Superman, as you know. And again, he did not give any story to Bruce other than Martha and Thomas Wayne dying. And he had all the opportunity there to build a story to Robin's death, and he did nothing. All I can say is that, damn, DC, listen to me. Please listen to me. I hope Suicide Squad's better. I really do. I hope Suicide Squad's better. Because A-listers are not going to save this. Christian Bale is a hell of an actor who saved Batman after Clooney fucked it up. And Nolan did a hell of a job with the script. But understand, because you cast A-listers in movies does not mean it's going to make the movie what it needs to be. Just look back at Batman and Robin. If you think I'm lying, Batman and Robin, nothing but A-lister celebrities in this fucking movie, and it sucked. Don't go out and just cast A-list celebrities here and there, here and there, here and there. Grab somebody that nobody's ever heard of that can actually fucking act, and get them to star in this motherfucker. It might just be what you need to have. Because until what's his name was Superman, I never heard of him. See what I'm saying? I'm just pointing it out there. Sometimes it's a good thing. But Snyder, this is your fault. Zach, I'm hoping I'm saying your last name right. I really do. Because they need to know this is your fault. This is not the fault of Ben Affleck saying Batfleck. This is not his fault. This is not the fault of the man who plays Superman. This is not the fault of the guy playing Lex Luthor. This is not the fault of the Wonder Woman character. This is none of their faults. They all do a great job. And if by any means you're like reserved on going and seeing it because you think they do a horrible job, go see it for their roles. They do a great job. It's the director's fault. He had way too many thoughts up in here, and he just couldn't get his shit straight. And nobody slapped the shit out of him going, this does not go right. You either need to make a Superman Doomsday movie alone, or you need to make a Batman fighting Superman movie alone. But don't mash them motherfuckers together, and I don't even know what the hell this is in the middle. The fuck is that? Nobody was there to smack him in the face. Anyway, I'm done ranting about it. This video has gone on way too damn long. If you made it to the end of it, tell me in the comment sections, have you seen the movie? Did I spoil the shit out of it for you? And if I did, I'm sorry. Let me know what y'all thought about it. And are you hyped for Suicide Squad? Are you hyped for Civil War? I'm excited for Civil War. Are you excited for X-Men? Are you excited for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? Are you excited for anything coming out? Was this movie as big of a letdown to you after you removed the ability of being a fan? Was this movie just a huge letdown to you? Who do you blame for the movie being a failure? Let me know in the comments below, man. As always, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and I will talk to y'all next time, man. Deuces.